Thank you. This is an effort to address in a more substantial way the theft of catalytic converters throughout the county with the unincorporated areas. The city of Fresno initiated this similar ordinance, and they had a reduction in 63% of the catalytic converter thefts. Right now, under existing state law, you need to have a possession of 9 or more catalytic converters in order to seize the property and have an infraction. Well, we've changed that with the ordinance. I want to thank the co-sponsor, Supervisor. Sorry.
Yeah, don't demote him.
I'm so used to saying Councilmember. Supervisor Brian Pacheco. I want to thank the County Counsel's Office, Administration's Office, also the Sheriff's Department for their feedback as well in order to bring this forward. This is an effort to stop a crime that continues to go on. It's very easy to cut catalytic converters. They're able to profit from it because of some of the substances in these catalytic converters, and I think this ordinance, should it pass, will have a tremendous effect on stopping this and holding these criminals accountable, which is what it's really all about. And with that, I'll pass it to Supervisor Pacheco.
Thank you, Supervisor. As Supervisor Bredefeld said, this is simply an effort to update and modernize what we already have on the book, puts a little more teeth in our ordinance. And again, when the city makes these ordinances, it generally tends to move to the rural part of the community, and this is an effort to mitigate that. Again, I want to thank my colleague, Supervisor Bredefeld, who I want to give credit where credit's due. He did most of the work to get this ordinance up to date and with all the codes, appreciate all the work of him and his staff to do that. Want to fully acknowledge that. So with that, Mr. Chairman, we're ready for the public.
Is there any public comment on? Go ahead.
Good morning, Honorable Mr. Chair, Honorable Supervisors. My name is Darrell Terrell, a Moreno Valley resident from Riverside County. I want to thank you, Honorable Supervisor Bredefeld, Honorable Supervisor Pacheco, for moving this proposed ordinance forward. I have traveled to counties like yours from Ventura, Los Angeles, Imperial, San Diego, Santa Barbara, San Luis Obispo, Tulare, Kern County to advocate for the ordinance that you have before you, what I call the one and you're done ordinance. There's a loophole in state law AB 641 that allows a person, as you said before, your colleagues, that allow a person to steal up to 8 catalytic converters and nothing will happen to them. I mean, what kind of nonsense is that? So what we did in Riverside County and San Bernardino County, I went before my Honorable Board of Supervisors in Riverside County 3 times to advocate for a one and done ordinance, and we finally passed it. All 28 cities in my county are on the same page. And let me just share you some history. There were 3 cities in our county that already had it on their books. There were 6 when our county adopted that ordinance. I went to 19 cities to have this ordinance adopted. And we, as I said again, we're all on the same page. And I drove here 277 miles here because, like you, we got to make crime illegal again by county by county. For far too long, lawmakers in Sacramento have turned a blind eye to the voices of victims and law-abiding citizens. They think it's okay for a thief to have up to 8 catalytic converters and face no consequences. They don't think thieves should be held accountable for 1 catalytic converter. And you have to ask yourself this question. Why in the beginning it was 6? They could have did 1, but they didn't do it. Someone asked me, why you didn't tell your state representative? Because I asked him, I said, are you going to do it? Would you sponsor a law like this? He said, oh yeah. I said, no, you're not. You know why you're not? Because your party will not allow you to do it. So we, as counties, I'm down in Southern California, and have to be on the same page. That's why I came up here. And hopefully could get all your cities and all the mid-county. I can't go too far up in far as I could go right now is Central California. But if all of you, your colleagues could work with your cities and the other counties that's next to you, we could be on the same page. Then we could send a message to Sacramento that we will no longer tolerate people stealing at all. So thank you again, supervisors, and I hope you give an aye vote.
Any other public comment? Good morning, Isaac.
Good morning. Good morning, Chairman Mendez and Supervisors. My name is Isaac Torres, and I've probably been serving as the Deputy Sheriff for Fresno County for over 30 years. For the past 12 years, I've investigated metal thefts on the Ag Crimes Task Force, giving me firsthand insight into the growing problem of catalytic converter thefts. The crime affects both city and residents and businesses. Residents often come out to their vehicles in front of their house, even in their driveways, and the catalytic converters are cut off, which causes them a loss of money, pay their deductibles, and also to loss in revenue for them not being able to go to work. I've had commercial businesses along the Central and Golden State corridor park their vehicle fleets out in their parking lots. Thieves come in, steal all their cat converters. It's a huge loss to those businesses. Auto repair businesses along the Jensen and Cedar corridors, having their customers' vehicles there left overnight. The crooks are coming in, stealing the cat converters. Ultimately, the business is responsible for replacing those converters, the stolen ones. And lastly, the farmers. I can't say that enough. The farmers have their wind machines out in the clandestine areas. Thieves are going in there. Obviously, the citrus trees are covering it up from the public's view from the roadways. So they're out there going in, cutting off the cat converters off the wind machines, which then can cause significant damage during the freeze and also financial loss to the farming operation. According to the National Insurance Crime Bureau, the U.S. last year alone in 2023, 28,000 catalytic converter thefts. In California and Texas, we're leading the nation in reported claims. The crime is quick but costly, but victims generally face anywhere between $1,000 to $3,500, just depending on what type of catalytic converter is that's stolen, specifically off hybrid vehicles. In 1975, the catalytic converters were basically implemented, and the auto industries had to install those on the vehicles to fight emissions. And obviously, all those cat converters contain rare earth minerals like platinum, rhodium, and palladium. In 2020, rhodium was valued at $14,500 per ounce. Palladium was valued at $2,336 per ounce. Platinum was valued at $1,061 per ounce. Today, rhodium is valued at $5,600 per ounce. Palladium is at $980 per ounce. Platinum's at $1,020 per ounce. When the prices of those rare earth minerals go up, so does catalytic converted thefts. Fresno County recycling businesses are paying on average $100 per catalytic converter, or up to $500 for the actual hybrid vehicle's cat converter. If a thief targets 10 victims a day, getting paid $100, they can make $1,000 a day. Do the math. When California passed laws regulating the recyclers, they didn't penalize the individuals caught with the stolen catalytic converters. The city of Fresno addressed the gap with an ordinance requiring proof of ownership, but unfortunately, Fresno County items within the city of Fresno have no such ordinance, creating a loophole.
Go ahead and finish up.
And if a thief is caught in the county with that catalytic converter, there's nothing, basically leaving the deputy powerless. Again, I commend the board for taking up this issue, and I ask that you support this ordinance, and which would give deputies another tool on our belt to help us combat catalytic converter thefts. If you have any questions, please let me know.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to thank you, Isaac, for the feedback, and the supervisor from Riverside. You're a supervisor there? Oh, okay. Well, let me tell you something. I greatly appreciate you taking the time to come up here, and everything you said was 100% accurate. We as a board and the county, as well as other local governments, have to deal with the insanity from the laws or lack of laws that are created in Sacramento. Example, nine catalytic converters. I mean, who comes up with this stuff? It's the same thing with copper wire theft that we did several weeks ago. This board had to come together to do something to give the tools to law enforcement, because up in Sacramento, they believe in bowing down before criminals instead of helping victims. So we have to do the job, and we're going to do the job. So thank you for taking the time to come. Thank you, Isaac. And with that, I'd like to make a motion for approval.
Any- Second? You second it? Oh, okay. All in favor, is going to say an aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion carries.
Hi, I'm Monty Torres with Fox 26 News on YouTube. Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel, where we have loads of great content for you to choose from. And while you're here, why not click on the subscribe button right here? That way you can stay in touch with all the latest breaking news, everything news related within the Central Valley. And thank you for watching.